Hey everybody, welcome to part 4 of our Shadowgate playthrough here. Part 3, I was a little disappointed with how it turned out because I don't feel like we made a lot of progress. Made a little progress, got a few items here and there, and really scoured the castle. But I honestly could not figure out what to do about the werewolf lady. So, unfortunately, I decided to take a look at a guide to see what it was that I missed, what it is that we needed to do. And it turns out that we really did have to go all the way back to the cave. And I'll show you why. Ended up missing one important thing that we needed to grab. And I'm not sure why I never thought of grabbing it. And last episode there was a point where I was actually using the grappling hook in this room. And this was the room that we actually needed something in. If you remember from the other parts, there was a creature back here that was throwing, or rather, shooting arrows at us. And I had never thought of this during the parts here, but when he shot the arrow, it actually landed right here. And you need to grab that arrow. And this arrow needs to be combined with your bow that you picked up. So, there you go. That's that's what I ended up missing. And I kick myself for it because I feel like when the orc shoots it at you, it's not very apparent that the arrow bounces off your shield and lands on the ground for you to use later. To me, it feels like it's like what's happening with the dragon. When you go into the dragon room, you know, and the dragon fires or breathes fire on you. It's not like you could just pick up like, burning ember or something like that from him blowing fire. So there, when he shot the arrow at you, I thought that was like, oh, he's just warning you like, hey, I'm a bad guy up here. Once you remove the mist that's at this cave, you'll be up here and you'll have to deal with a guy that's got a bow and arrow. That's what I thought that was. Interesting when you play these games, you know, the rules that you... Oh, this guy, again. It's interesting the rules that a game seems to set up and then later sort of twist or warps in a different way that doesn't make you particularly think that way. But here we are. Now, I mean, there was a lot of stuff we did in Part 3. You know, we got the horn, we got the helmet, we got the bow, we saw the next obelisk and all that, but if only we could have taken her out too, that really would have made the episode, at least for me. But we're going to take her out now, with the help of a guide. So now, after you've killed me several times, lady, you're going to get it.
You wonder what would bring me to this...
I don't care what brings you to the keep. Because this is what's going down, right here. Are you guys ready for this? You quickly lift the bow and fire. The silver arrow flies true, burying itself deep in the heart of the wolf woman. The beast falls to the ground and within moments dies with with a look of utter surprise on her face. The stuffed head of a trophy bear hangs on the stone wall, so I guess we will not be wearing that. You pat down the wolf, hoping to find hidden pockets. Wait a minute. Why would the thing have any pockets? Touché. Oh, no, we don't want to use it. I want to look at this. This blueprint shows an elevation of castle towers. Even though you can't understand the writing, you recognize that the drawings represent the living castle, Shadowgate. Of course they do. So we got the blueprint. Open the book. Let's read it. You read the entry on the last page. Summer moon, year 1157. The wizard remains within his tower, holed up like some cornered animal. I've lost scores of my best troops trying to gain entrance. And for what? For naught. I do not agree on wasting such resources, but the master has commanded that our endeavor look legitimate. Intrigue means nothing to me, as I would rather use my arts to eliminate those... It says nettlesome, but I'm assuming it's supposed to be meddlesome roots. However, my orders are clear. The charade must continue. We'll take that. Well, the bread looks stale, but we're going to take it, because you never know, we might need it. Hey, we got another key, and a sack of stuff, and meat. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's open this up. We got 2 keys! We're really moving on here. See, that's what we really had to do. We had to take her out to really move on. Man, is that annoying. We were really making strides last episode, gaining certain items, and not killing her made me go look into other rooms and everything to get other items. But man, if I could have just remembered that bow. Kick myself for that. Well, we got 2 keys now. So now we got tons of options for things to do. Let's see what key works where. And there we go. The first door is open. Alright, great. Let's head in. Take another torch. In a show of respect, you bow down briefly to this deity this figure portrays. Let's go in here. Oh, there's nothing in here. An odd sensation tingles you at the edge of your consciousness. You sense there is magic afoot in this chamber. Lightning. Oh, look at that! The spell actually finally did something. So we have some ghostly images showing up here. And... no, we don't want to use it. Okay, I guess we gotta take it. Then we can open it. You unroll the parchment, careful not to crumple it further. We got another spell. You read the words on the scroll. One particular word stands out from the rest. Sparks. In your mind's eye, you see a glyph glowing with power. As you quickly write down the strange markings in your spellbook, the scroll crumples up. So now we got another spell. Very cool. And we will put that one on 4. Sparks. Not to be confused with the band or the alcoholic energy drink that came out at some point. I don't think those are really available anymore, though, right? Something's not right here, boy. I smell powerful enchantment, says Yurik. You stumble over and sit heavily on the divan. The cushions seem in need of some restuffing. It's putting it lightly, I guess, huh? Okay, so we can take these torches, right? We still cannot take that rune. I wonder what's going to happen. You gather your will and picture the glyph in your mind. With relative case, you chant the spell, creating a stream of sparks and flashing lights. Flashing lights. Alright, well... looks like that's it for this room. I do like that spell like makes everything clearer to see. And I really wonder how these glyphs are going to play into the rest of the stuff that we're doing in this game, but I'm sure that will be revealed soon enough. You can open 2 doors in a row, huh? Interesting. Well, as an avid saver, I would like to save and see what's going on here. Thick strands of roots wind down from the stairs above. The strange phenomenon seems to be growing right in front of your eyes. Take this torch first. Let's go in here. Ah, it's a musical room. Sound is amplified in this circular chamber filled with musical instruments. We got a flute. We got a lute. We got a drum. Ooh, we got a hat. Perhaps the hat is what I need for the party. Look at that. You swap the helm for the hat. You aren't completely sure this is an upgrade. I can totally understand why. You lie down on the couch for a moment and close your eyes, only to be awakened by yelling Yorick. Come on, boy. You could rest when you're dead. I'm not sure what the musical instruments are going to do. But I guess we'll find out, won't we? Alright, let's walk up the big rooted staircase here. You trip over the roots as you head up the stairs. Massive twisted roots engulf the tower landing. The thick roots originate from the doorway to your left. You attempt to dig into the tangled roots and vines, searching for the handle. The roots are too thick. How about our new spell? No. That won't do anything. So I'm assuming when you use a spell on something and it gives you this effect, that means it's immune to magic. So that's something I really need to start keeping in mind. Haha, use the dirk on the roots and we hacked them out. So you hack at the greenery and reveal the door underneath. The overgrown roots and vines seem to want to immediately grow back. Well, before they can grow back, let's save. Because who knows what dangers await us. We heard a rustling of leaves as we got in. This small chamber has literally been engulfed by roots and vines of all types that stem from a single point in the ceiling. You wonder what is up there and resolve to do something about it. I wonder. You attempt to cast your spell and like mirror, a protective barrier rises and intercepts the magic. This creates a misfire that explodes. So what can I click on? We got him and we got the light. There are little doors and windows here, it looks like, too. You drop to your knees and crawl through the grasping roots to a nook beyond. Amidst the tangle of roots and vines lies a small nook housing a desk and various scholarly paraphernalia. Okay, we got a couple scrolls there and another key. And a book. Wow, we got all kinds of stuff. We got another spell. You read the handwritten note. Timeless one, I have done what you have asked. My travels have taken me to the north, where I found a woman from the family Ornsel. I'm assuming that's the family's last name, Ornsel. Her great-grandmother can be traced back to the meeting. You speculated a secret relation with the High One some 300 years past. This woman has taken the name Cuthagar. A strong coincidence, or have we found the one you seek? The letter is signed with a mark in the shape of the letter W. Let's crack open this book, take a read. You thumb along the page and begin reading about halfway down. We struck our bargain. I would conceal the Well of Holding by constructing a huge edifice over it, imbued with magics and living defenses beyond fathoming. Built at the junction of all lie lines, the origin, the place with power beyond measure so the warder could perform his task. I still do not know who this old being was, nor how it came by its purpose. What entity put it on this path, and what purpose do I fulfill in this drama? Okay. That was quite a bit for just one little box there. Let's put you on 5, even though we haven't used even sparks yet. That's 2 spells, like, very quickly back to back. That does not happen too often. Okay, we got another book here. A neat handwritten entry fills the page from edge to edge. My efforts have been rewarded, as I have found the one. It is left to me to set him on his path. This I know. The magic I must attempt is formidable, and I have little acquaintance with astral conjurations. Though taxing, I need remain in this stasis until the task is exhausted. My defenses will have to hold. The thorn has proven to be a valuable artifact and has thwarted Kahu's attempts to reach me. So the thorn must be whatever's creating these roots, right? take that book. Thank you. And we have... You read an annotated passage. The dawning of the age shall portend a change to the powers of the earth and of the air. The rain shall end for all the walk. The ways foremost amongst this is the Behemoth, he who is set above all others. It is he that holds the key and wields the powers of the stars. He stands against all, and all stand against him, great and terrible in his might. I'm assuming talking about the beast again. Alright, did we click on everything? Yeah, we can't use the desk or anything. The chair creaks are alarmingly under your weight. You quickly get back up. Alright, cool. Alright, so we have done a lot right there already. And I really don't want to have to reread anything in case we die, so there we have it. So what do we do? Oh wow, I can go up to the roots, okay. You stand up on your toes to get a closer look at the center of the roots. A mesmerizing mass of roots and vines emanate from the center of the ceiling. At the heart of the tangled confusion, a golden artifact glows with a calming power. And we took it. You pull the golden thorn from amongst the tangled roots. The artifact resists at first, but then seems to accept your touch, easily dislodging from the vines that enshroud it. So we did it. And I think that's all we had to do in here, was take that. And that is all we have to do in here. It doesn't look like we really have any way to interact with Lakmir here. The body of Lakmir, the Timeless, floats above the body, his expression a fascinating mix of calm and concentration. He grimaces every now and then, as if in pain. Alright. So at the moment, we got a bunch of spells. If you have more items in your inventory, they can fit on a single inventory page. Arrows will point on the sides. Okay. So now we have an absolute ton of books and items. And we got the thorn thing. And we got key, we got meat and bread. So we got food for later as well. And we are back here. So we have 2 keys, actually. Let's go this way. Because I believe there was a locked door up this way, right? Let's test these out. Okay, no key for that. Let's try this one. There's no lock. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even read that. There is no lock on this door in which to use the key, so I guess it has to open from the other side. Okay, let's try the trick-or-treat door again now that we have the hat.
Tricks or treats?
You say in your loudest voice, the door opens in response with an eerie creak. Finally! We get to check out the cool Halloween quest. Let's do this. Let's save really quick. This is going to be great. This tower chamber is empty save for a strange gilded mirror resting against the far wall that hums with power. It is literally the only thing to click. Okay, let's do it. Oh man, this is great. You close your eyes and walk purposefully into the mirror. The smooth surface gives way and blackness overtakes you. In but a brief moment, you are transported somewhere else. A forlorn and eerie field strewn with pumpkins as far as the eye can see opens up before you. As you stand before the strange circle on the ground, you have the disturbing feeling that someone or something is watching from the shadows. This is cool. Look how awesome this place is. Now, I believe this was added later in the game. Like, I don't think this was in the first version of the game. I could be wrong, but I think they added this after a little while. As you look overly long at the flaming eyes of the skull, you get the sense that it is laughing at you. Why would he be laughing at me? The skull's eyes glow with a malevolent air. I'm sorry, malevolent air. Now, I was supposed to do something here, wasn't I? Here we go. We already got the pumpkins, too. Third pumpkin. What do you think will happen? The pumpkin falls to the ground with a thump that echoes across the field. Okay, so we added the pumpkins. What now? What now, I say? A plump orange pumpkin sits within the circular design. Okay. Oh, look at this. Is that an outfit? No. Oh, I can equip the sheet. You attempt to put the sheet over your head, but the fabric is too shredded and tattered to wear. Good grief. Good grief. Possible reference to Charlie Brown. Alright, let's do this. Use the dirk on the pumpkin. With some effort, you slip the dirk into the pumpkin at once. Your hand feels possessed, guiding the knife and skillfully creating a jack-o'-lantern, replete from scary face. Alright, cool. Let's do that for the other ones. Okay, same note. One more to go. Okay, we did it, so what now? Immune from magic. What else do we have to do? We still can't wear it. For a moment, you contemplate digging up who or whatever is buried here, then common sense kicks in and you discard that ridiculous notion. It tells you the same thing. Okay, the skulls are there. Oh, here we go. I had to light them up. Of course you gotta light up a jack-o'-lantern, right? You lift the top of the pumpkin, light the candle inside. It blazes with an ethereal glow. Alright, one more. Nice! As you light the pumpkin, a cold wind begins to swirl. Within moments, a strange howling fills your ears, like that of a distant, baying hound. A tremor follows, splitting a rent across the diagram and releasing a flock of agitated crows from within the avian storm. A malevolent being rises and towers above you, cackling in delight. Surely this is the dread pumpkin. With a shout of "I'm free," the flaming monstrosity disappears in the gout of flame. As your senses slowly return, you can't help but feel a little robbed. Why? You didn't even get a present, let alone all the candy you expected, you blockhead. More Charlie Brown references. Congratulations, you've earned the Rookie Pumpkin Hunter achievement. Cool. We got it. That was great. As much as you know, that didn't really add a whole lot to the game itself. Anything that adds a little bit of a Halloween flair to the game, I'm in. So if we go back in, what happens? Do we get to see it again? Nope, you're just transported back again, and that's it. Well, that was fun, though. That was cool. I'm really glad that they added something like that in the game. Just some little off thing, you know? I like it. Alright. Let's save once again. Now, where were we? After that little distraction. We got 2 keys. I think that was one of the locked doors. The other locked door that was below me, or I think it was on the first floor, second floor, whatever it was, doesn't have a keyhole, so that's not going to work there. So let's try this key here. So that we just unlocked this door. Let's head inside. Whoa! From this vantage, you have a panoramic view of the Gatekeeper Mountains. A large winged creature soars to and fro on the wind currents, even as a storm rages in the sky. Okay, so there is You gather your will and concentrate, blah, blah, blah. Nothing there. Whoa! The creature responds with a roar of greeting, flying towards the tower parapet. As it nears, you realize the beast is a wyvern. A winged dragon replete from a riding saddle. Or replete with a riding saddle, rather. You gape in amazement as the creature fans its wings, hovering just off the edge of the tower. It glares at you, letting out a cry of challenge. Oh man, what do we do? Whether it's because you're rushed or merely terrified, you fumble the casting of your spell. This spooks the wyvern, which let out a shrill cry, and with a strong beat of its wings, propels itself into the sky. Let's see if we can get him back. He's back. Okay, use the same spell. Okay, so we just spooked him. But if you use... And this was a complete accident, by the way, using the spark spell and summoning him. I just tried it to see if it would work. Now he's got this... He's got this pendant on him. Yeah, I wonder what that means. What should we use on him? What about the horn? Okay. How about the steak? Right? Wyvern's like meat. Because I'm having a hard time telling if he's supposed to actually be a good guy or a bad guy, because everything is in this castle and these caves seems to want to kill us all the time. Let's try the meat here. You throw the food at the wyvern. The beast immediately begins to gobble it up, oblivious to everything else. And we could take that. Carefully sneak close to the distracted dragon. As gently and quickly as you can, you remove the amulet from the beast's back. The winged reptile is completely distracted by the food it's eating. And is that all we gotta do? But now he's spooked by us. But we got whatever that pendant is, so we'll come back if we absolutely need to. But I don't know if we're going to need to. Okay, so we were not able to open this door. Not sure why. Locked from the other side. No locking mechanism, so we cannot get in there. And I believe we have... Was it one more door we had to actually check out? Was there anything... This was the tower with the werewolf lady, whatever her name was. This is where we got the horn. That was her room. Okay, we did do that. So we're good. We're back here. Okay. Let's do another save. And let's head in through the center door here. We got this key. Let's see if it works. And it does. Let's head in. Whoa. This ornate chamber is dominated by a beautiful mosaic design on the wall. A large hole has been blasted in the floor, leading down into darkness. You take the book. Take the book. Let's open it up. Let's give it a read. You glance over the page and read from an entry. The dwarves are proving difficult. I push them day and night, excavating as my lord commands, but I fear that they may all perish before we reach our goal. I've commanded Chief Gorka to bring goblins, as I may resort to using these brutes for this work. Okay, what else do we have here? We got this guy. You haul off and strike the statue cracked in the stone with a satisfying smack. Oh, there we go. Had to hit it twice. You strike the statue hard with a single roundhouse blow. It teeters and falls, followed by the sounds of several heavy wooden ceiling beams falling from the ceiling. But now we can we have a way down, basically, so that's good. You attempt to topple this statue, but to no avail. The mummified figure is dressed in regal garb with the design of a lion on it. You have little doubt that this is the legendary doomed King Duggan, from the ancient courts of Stormhaven. A panoramic mosaic fills the back wall of this chamber. It depicts a battle in the sky over a series of distinctly covered mountain ranges. Okay, I guess we have no choice but to go down, right? Whoa. With a deep breath, you scramble down the beam and into the shaft below. Congratulations, you earned the Spelunker achievement. And what does that mean? We are in the Catacombs. So, there you have it. We've definitely made some good headway in this episode so far. The cave walls seem to be closing in. A momentary feeling of panic grips you as you ponder all the rock overhead. Let's save real quick. Okay. Looks like we got 2 ways to go here. That's all we have to click on. So let's go to the right first. I received the Novice Adventurer achievement. And what is that for? That is for uncovering 50% of the map locations and notes. Wow, that's only 50. We're only halfway done with this? Wow. Crazy. Veins of quartz and crystal run through the rocks in this tunnel. I see that. There's like nothing to click on in here. And there's no magic either. Okay, fine. Straight ahead. 7 tunnels, each leading off in a different direction, line this central cave. Okay, we got 2 ways to go. Let's go left. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is going to be some sort of a maze type of thing, I guess. So we'll go forward. You feel like you're being watched. A strange breathing sound arises from this hole. How about this one? So both of these holes have strange breathing sounds. Whoa, hey! What's up, little goblin guys? As you make your way across the cave, a scraping sound brings you to a standstill. 2 creatures resembling gargoyles slither from small cave openings on either side of the cavern. The beasts sniff the air in anticipation of a fresh morsel. You. Of course it's me. Alright, let's put our helmet back on. And let's see what we got that we could use against these guys. What are we supposed to use? You jump in and swing the hammer at the strange creatures. This startles the beast enough to retreat back to its hole. The second one quickly follows, apparently spooked by his companion's behavior. Well, works for me. Having no interest in another encounter, you hurry across the stone floor and out of the small cave. A series of hastily dug tunnels are held together with old and rotting timbers. We also have this bag, which we got a scroll and something else from. Bunch of stuff. Shards of things. Okay. This has the shape of the pendant on it. So the stone tablet has various glyphs carved into it. Several symbols resonate with you. A hand, followed by a pointed star, and 4 vertical lines. So can this be... Nothing happened when you used that with that. The rock walls begin to shake and rumble. Thankfully, after a moment or two, the earthquake recedes. Well, that's not good. Today be talk like a pirate day. Arr! Come on, lad, you try. Arr! Come on, Skull. What's your problem? Let's open this. You read the carefully scrawled words on the scroll. Brother Adnan, forgive us, we know not the location of the place of power that you spoke of. We continue to search the caverns and ancient chambers below, having uncovered several areas containing artifacts from a time long past. What these places mean, we cannot tell. It is signed in a cursive letter T. Ooh, what could it mean? So it's a glistening black crystal. It's amazingly smooth, nearly polished. White crystal and pulsates in the vibrant kaleidoscope of colors. So do these represent these 4 lines here? Are there 2 more of these crystals? Nope. None of that stuff can be combined or anything, so I'm not sure. Okay. Let's do a save. And let's go right. Despite the lack of breeze, you catch a whiff of some musky animal. You are doubly cautious as you continue your explorations. Let's go back. Let's not deal with that just yet. Let's go left. Red glow from the cavern walls gives you the feeling that you have entered some sort of netherworld. Well, only one way to go. Disoriented, you look about you, wondering if you've been in this cave before. Perhaps you are going around in circles. It's quite possible, isn't it? Straight ahead. The intense heat of this room makes it difficult to draw a breath. But we do have this guy. You bow down and ask the dragon-like creature for its protection. Can we use this on a statue or something? It would have been funny. And I believe that's all there is in this room. It's just the dragon guy. What if we put the pendant on the dragon? Nope. It was on the wyvern up there, so that's what I was going for. That was my hope. Let's go back. Alright, we're going in. We smelled an animal. Let's see what happens. Hastily constructed beam, surely cut from the woods within gatekeeper. Hold up the rock ceiling. I'm sorry, let me read this again. Hastily constructed beams, surely cut from the woods within gatekeeper, hold up the rock ceiling overhead. There we go. Makes a bit more sense. Only 2 ways to go, though. Up or through. Let's go through. This chamber is no different than all the other caves you've been in before. I wonder what they're leading us to. A noxious smell rises from the bubbling tar pit in the center of this cave, assaulting your senses. So there is something to do with that. But what? There's gotta be something to use with that, right? How about a spell? You gather your will and picture the glyph in your mind. Closing your eyes, you release the spell, expecting something wonderful to happen, but nothing does. Alright, so the spells have done nothing. Nothing! But it wouldn't seem that I have anything in here that would actually help with this, so let's just continue on, I suppose. Okay, we have one way up. And one way forward. And one way forward again. Okay, one way forward again. 2 ways to go. No doubt the work of dwarves' passage through the rock has been carved from solid stone. Let's go right. Hey, look at this. A huge chasm cuts this chamber in 2. On the far side you see a tunnel, no doubt leading deeper into the labyrinth of caves. Will this show a bridge? Nothing happens. We go to this rock. Oh, okay. Carefully sidestep the strange pattern on the ground, hoping for a closer look at the stone table. Table of sorts has been carved into the solid rock pedestal. The geometric pattern of the holes is oddly familiar. This doesn't ring a bell with me, though. It may be oddly familiar for my character, but for me, no clue. Obviously, these are going to go in here somewhere. Carefully set the white crystal into the slot. Just got this cold chill, almost like something evil is nearby. I'm sure something is, Yord, for sure. Carefully set the black crystal into the slot. But it doesn't look like I can grab any of these other crystals here, so I don't know if I need to just find the right holes, or if there are just a ton of other crystals I gotta use. Okay, let's head back. And what else is there to do here? So it's just the rock and the chasm that you can click on. And obviously if we could reach it, we would go through the tunnel, but we can't, so we'll head back and we will go to the left. Although hastily dug and girded by old timbers, dwarven handiwork is still evident in these tunnels. Yes, we go up. You note a shaft set within the sandy cave floor. A cloying, sweet smell wafts from the depths below. We'll go forward because that's the only option we got. Hey, look at this. At the far side of the cavern, a figure adorned in robes and wielding a staff chants a spell directed at a massive rune-covered wall. Look at all these runes and crystals and stuff. Air of malevolence is almost palpable. Okay, so we got this, and we got this guy. So he's gesturing wildly, chanting in an arcane tongue. And he's malevolent. Dark Wizard's almost this must be the Warlock Lord himself. Very well could be, I guess, huh? Let's attack him. Warlock Lord seems to sense you and raises a hand before you can unleash your spell. He launches a bolt of energy that slams right into you. The only and last thought that crosses your mind is, what a terrible first impression that was. There you go. The Wizard Lord has killed us, but we found him, so there's that.
'Tis a sad thing.
Alright, let's load back up here. So I guess my question in this situation would be, what do we got to do here? Do we have to collect some shards from that room? Do I really just need to figure out where these crystals need to go on here? Because I don't remember seeing anything that would tip us off as to how these are supposed to go in. And really, it could be anybody's guess, right? As to where the hell these are actually supposed to go. Though I do know that... Whoa! A long little rumble shakes the ground beneath your feet, nearly toppling you. Okay, so we're getting earthquakes every once in a while here. I do know that when I dropped the white crystal into this one, they gave some sort of a clue that said, like, hey, there's a you feel like a cold or eerie chill or something like that, so maybe that had something to do with it. Maybe not. Okay, let's head back. Let's go to the excavation room again. So what can we do in here? A huge chasm opens in the middle of the chamber. It looks as though the expanse is meant to separate the wall from easy access. With a shrug of your shoulders, you genuflect towards the statue and pray that the Warlock Lord doesn't see you. York comes to life and says, "You'll pray to just any old thing, won't you?" Certainly seems that way, doesn't it, York? What am I supposed to do here? How about this horn? You know, I didn't think about it, but what about using the horn by the bridge? That might help. So the statue is too far away to... Oh, look at that. The statue's too far away for us to actually cast a spell on it. The figure across the cavern levels his staff at the wall and lets loose a burst of energy. Oh, again, let's see what's clickable. Just the hand and him. The hand is too far away, but it would seem as though you'd need to do something like, you know, place a spell or something on the hand, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So he's shooting at the walls. Oh, even if you want to play music for him, he is going to kill you. So that's not good. So there must be something we got to do in this chasm here, but I'm really not sure what. We could try the horn. You attempt to use the platinum horn on the chasm, but fail to accomplish much of anything. The rock walls begin to shake and rumble. Thankfully, after a moment or two, the earthquake recedes. Okay. How about this guy? Grappling hook doesn't do anything. Huh. And I've tried every spell over here, right? Yeah, that didn't do anything. There's no specific rock over here that's clickable. There is this, though. Maybe that falls down. Let's see what York has to say about that pedestal is interesting. You should go take a closer look. Okay, let's take a closer look at the pedestal. We got 2 of our crystals in there already. How about this? What you expected hasn't happened. Of course it hasn't. This is another one of the wizard's mechanisms. You need to arrange the crystals in the correct pattern. You know, I think we've seen this pattern somewhere before. Lines of color ranging from black to red. Is that true? When did we see this before? Was it in one of our scrolls or something? Whenever did we see this? How about in here? Is it in any of our books or anything? Was it in the library, maybe? I really don't know. I am stumped, as they say. But it won't let me take crystals out. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. A rough hole has been carved in the top of the rock table. Series of glowing runes surround two faded figures that look to be fighting in the sky. It looks strangely familiar to you. Here's a figure, here's a figure, here's runes. And he says again, it goes from black to red. So can I use the white on the blue? Huh. I don't know. I'm just going to use all my spells here to see if I can do anything. But nothing happens at all. What if we were to use this? Maybe the holes on the ghost sheet will point out where we need to put the crystals. Unfortunately, no. Well, I'm out of ideas, and I guess that works out just fine because we are just about at the end of part 4 anyway. So let's do a save. And there we go. We have saved. So there you go, everybody. That is part 4. I will see you all again in part 5. We got to be getting close to the end, or at least into some like big story shifting thing that's going on here, because we saw the Warlock Lord, and we're at some kind of a big puzzle mechanism thing that I do not remember at all. But I think I'm going to do a little bit of research and come back prepared to either hopefully finish the game or hopefully completely change the story into where it's going. Are we pursuing the Warlock Lord, or are we taking him out? That's my question. So I'll see you all next time in part 5.